Welcome to another Founder Wisdom Pod with Amelia Tomasicchio. Amelia has a couple of companies, but her main one is certainly the Cryptonomist. She's been running that for the past 7 years. And up until recently, I see Econique.art, which is quite interesting. She's advisor to a bunch of crypto projects. And I think she has a journalist background. She worked at Cointelegraph for some time, and been a freelance journalist for some time as well. So, altogether, very interesting person. Amelia, welcome to the show. Tell us a bit more about yourself and what you're up to nowadays.
Sure. Thank you so much for your invitation. Yes, as you said, I have a very long CV, especially for sure in the crypto space. I started in 2014, so it's been 11 years now in general. I started in the, like more than 10 years ago. I was writing for several crypto magazines, like you said, with, for example, Cointelegraph. Back then it was in English language only, so I was writing for the American version. And that's why I started to think about creating my own magazine, Cryptonomist. I founded it in 2018 because it was the first one in Italian language. I'm Italian, and back then there was no media in Italian language. That's why I started. And yeah, in general, I was very intrigued by Bitcoin and their anarchy side. So the fact that it is, of course, decentralized and not controlled by any authority, that's what intrigued me first, and that's why I started to explore the topic.
Right. Yeah. And why crypto at first? You were very much of an odd bird to be interested by that in 2014 and very early days. I remember, I think I was in Hong Kong back in these days, and there were these Bitcoin meetups, and I had a friend that was into this, and I was like, yeah, this guy is weird. I do understand that Bitcoin is going to the moon, right? But back then I didn't even had funds to invest in that, you know? So how did you get first in touch, and how did you get obsessed with it?
Yeah, a friend of mine was talking to me about Bitcoin, and I was very interested in this topic. I started writing my university essay about Bitcoin. It was 2014. So I started to talk about a lot of nerds about Bitcoin. They helped me a lot back then writing my university essay, because as you can imagine, 11 years ago there were I think only the Wikipedia page about Bitcoin, not much more. So it was difficult at first to get connected with people in the environment and to study the subject. But I started like 11 years ago, and because of the university essay and because I was starting to post a lot of questions on Reddit or on Facebook, people started to contact me, and that's how my career started, because back then there were not a lot of people working in the field, so it was very easy to find my entrance in this kind of career and to find a job immediately, actually.
Right. And back then, which were the biggest magazines? Was it Coin Telegraph? Was it
Cointelegraph. It was
yeah?
Cointelegraph, and I remember I was writing for another one that was called News BTC. I
Yep.
think, yeah. And so I was writing for them. But every resource was in English only, basically. So
And
that's why.
wasn't Vitalik writing for these, or was it Bitcoin.com? Like, who was he writing for?
Um, oh my God, I don't remember the name. I think it was a Block Geek or something similar. It was not really a magazine, but more like a blog. There were tutorials and guides, and I was writing for that magazine too. So I found I don't remember the name of the platform, but it was a sort of escrow where you could be employed for freelancer small tasks. And so recently I found some feedback and reviews written by Vitalik father and Dimitri, and by Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin. So yeah, in 2014, I was writing for blogs and even for these big
And
founders.
why did you follow like the same route of becoming like a writer to actually becoming technical and launching your own stuff that goes to the moon?
So I started as a journalist, as I said, and I was also studying marketing. Because of my background into journalism and digital marketing, I was developing this kind of skills, and then I launched the Cryptonomist. The Cryptonomist is the magazine, so of course the what was important for me back then, especially in the beginning, was the journalism, SEO, and knowing the topics. But it was not that difficult at the time. Of course, when I started the company, then you have to learn about a lot of other stuff. But in the first place, it was a blog only. So that's why I started, because I saw there was a niche, there was a unexplored market, which was the crypto one in Italy and Switzerland, because the company is based in Switzerland. And in any case, I was helped also by another person who was launching his own crypto wallet back then. So we started the Cryptonomist together.
Right, and tell me about the scale to which the Cryptonomist has grown. You've been at it for 7 years. What's the current traffic on the website, and how are you monetizing it?
Yes, at the moment we have an average 1 million readers per month in several languages, because we write in 15 different languages, while the main one is English, Italian, and also French. But we have 15 different languages. So we monetize through advertising. So companies that want to advertise on Cryptonomist with the sponsored post, bannering. We also sell a newsletter. We do a little bit of consulting as well in terms of marketing. So how to promote your own startup, not only through Cryptonomist, but in general. We have a partnership with other media, with a lot of influencers and so on. And we do also some consultancy for NFT. At the moment, it's not really the biggest market ever, but especially a couple of years ago, we were helping a lot of artists entering in the space. So from traditional art to NFT.
And as a journalist, someone that writes well, do you have a book that's cooking up? Because I've read a bunch of crypto books, some really bad ones, like I think Ziki Fo, Number Go Up was pretty bad about Sam Altman. Going Infinite by Michael Lewis was pretty good. I had a crypto journalist like you on this spawn some time ago. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Camelia Russo, The Infinite Machine. That one was really good. And Digital Gold, Nathaniel Popper also was pretty good one. So do you have a book that's cooking?
I really like the proof of oh my god, I don't remember the title. I think it was by Vitalik.
Okay, yeah.
It was in Italian language too. So for sure, if it is very technical, I prefer reading in Italian language, and it was very good. I think it's one of the
Proof
most
of
recent I've
Stake.
read. Proof of Stake, yeah, makes sense.
Making
Proof of
of
Stake by
Ethereum.
Vitalik was very interesting. I wrote my own, but it's in Italian only. I'm sorry. It's about NFT and crypto art. I published it like 3 years ago with a big publishing house, but it's in Italian language only, because I have a background in art. before studying marketing, I was attending to art course. So my background is into art as well. So when NFT came into the place, I really like exploring this topic.
Right. And that leads us to economic.art. You've launched that since a couple months ago. What is this one about? What's the monetization model for that one?
Yeah, Econique is only about traditional art, because we have a column about crypto art on Cryptonomist, and Econique is only about traditional art, but about the market. So how to invest in art, what the evaluation, how to understand if, I don't know, what to buy, what to invest in art, how to do this kind of investment. But it's not related to Web3.
Right. And you said you sort of fell in love with NFTs, right? Do you
Yeah.
still think that NFTs have some value? Because even as a collectioner, I mean, you have these things that you feel proud about it, like for one day, and then it sort of fades out, just like buying a fancy car. That it's like a hedonic treadmill. And then on the other side of that, I think there's like so much competition in the NFT space. I think the Bored Ape has been such a wave, and it was pretty cool while it lasted, but nowadays I think that has gone down. So what's your take on NFTs? Do you still think there's a market need for that? Do you still think there's a product market fit?
I mean, I think NFT will keep their market, maybe not the biggest bubble we had in 2021, 22, but for sure they will continue existing. There are a lot of good artists back there and a lot of exhibition. I think in Europe the market is not that great, but for example, I've been to a lot of conferences in the States, and they are very much more into NFT and crypto art compared to Europe. And recently Super Rare launched their own offline gallery. So I think, and they did a very big investment. So I think they really believed crypto art is here to stay, and I agree with them. I don't see another bubble anyway. So I think the market is going sideline, and we will not have the biggest price or billionaire collections anymore. But as a technology, I think it's very interesting, and you can use it for so many things. So for gaming and not only art, for example, I think it will stay like one of the application of the blockchain, and sometimes we will not even figure it out that it's an NFT in the future. So like blockchain, there will be projects and apps running into on the blockchain, and we will not even realize it's blockchain. But it's I think it should be considered more as a technology than as a market itself. Like,
Right. And right now, talking about the market, crypto in general is going really good since the current US administration has kicked in. How are you feeling the market? I mean, Bitcoin has never been that high. I think it's like 2 million, which is pretty insane. So, how are you feeling the market right now, and what's your predictions for this year?
yeah, I'm not a lot into trading, so I have no idea. I cannot read the charts. It's really not my topic. But I'm very confident that with this administration, and with the regulation growing and improving, I think more and more people and more investors will enter in the space. So I'm very confident the market will continue to go up, especially in the long term.
And you've recently talked about AI on your site. You have an AI section. Probably been monitoring the market this year, which is pretty incredible. We're about to hit the agentic age. Are you involved in that space? And what are your AI predictions for this year?
So yeah, now regarding AI, we are using it a lot for content creation on Cryptonomist. So we have a section that is called the Satoshi Voice. So basically, it's our AI agent writing articles for us. So we are using it a lot, even to find leads, to find clients, to create content for social media. We will create a chatbot on the website so people can interact with the Satoshi Voice and ask the latest trend and ask about market commentary and so on. So we are integrating more and more AI into the magazine. And also among the services we offer, we are offering, we started to do consultancy into AI, but it's more about marketing related to AI and content creation than we're not planning to launch token, for example, or really it's more about content creation and how to scale the magazine.
Yeah, and what kind of traffic do you pull with these AI written articles? Do they perform as well as your human written ones? What are SEO
Yes.
tips for you?
Yeah, for sure. We customize the prompt, so every article respects all the guidelines of SEO, the correct length. We give the system the specific keyword to write the article in, so they are very humanized. And very very long and very technical. So we are not having any issue regarding the use of AI for contents. They have the same reach as the journalist contents. Is really the same. In any case, they are not published immediately, not at the moment. We check them one by one to be sure the info are correct. So there is a filter between the content creation and when we publish the article to be sure. I don't know why, for example, a very funny stuff is that it keeps saying that Trump is the ex-president, is the former president. I don't know why it keeps saying that. So every time we have to do some minor change in the articles, but the greatest part is done by AI.
So you mean if you talk about Biden, you get downranked, or Trump? Like which one?
Trump. Sometimes
Oh,
it's marked that he's a former president. He's not the current president, but he's the former one.
interesting.
So it keeps saying ex-President Trump, and you have to fix it, of course. So at the moment, we are still using humans, journalists, to fix the articles. But yeah,
Right.
the greatest part of the job is made by AI. It simplifies a lot the job. We have basically doubled the numbers of the articles we publish every day.
Right. And if it's news related, are you connected with the Google News API and then feed the AI from there? Is that how it works? Is it fully automated?
Sometimes we have a lot of automation. So one is the internal feed of news we have. It searched on the web the latest trend, the latest keyword on Google Trends, on Google News, and it gives us the latest news, telling us also the trends. So not only the latest, but also what is trending right now. And then we do like a sum up, and then we create the article. And at the moment, it's 3 different steps, almost automatic, but not really. So to go from one to the other, you still need someone who does it. But we are trying to have everything automatic. I think it will take like 1 month, but not more.
Interesting.
But we really want to be sure that all the articles we publish are correct, there is no plagiarism, that the news are really the latest one, that it doesn't mix up with all the information, especially when it comes to token price. So at the moment, we are really doing a lot of tests, but I think we are very close to have a very fully automatic, at least the column by Satoshi Voice. Of course, we will keep having our own journalist.
And do you still sell some merch? Also, I see like that's another monetization model. That is it like 5% of your revenue or?
Yes, we have the Cryptonomist.com. It's an e-commerce. We sell merchandising with I don't know, Bitcoin logo, Ethereum logo. It's a very small part of the revenue, but yeah, maybe not even 5%. But it's nice. I really like it. Sometimes
Right.
I order it myself, just for fun, just for conferences. We also use it for our own merch, but with the Cryptonomist logo when we need something for the conference.
Got it. And yeah, how's the crypto scene in Italia? Is it growing? Is it flourishing? I don't often hear about crypto communities in Italia.
I think it's growing a little bit more in the recent months because of MiCA, the MiCA regulation. So a lot of companies that before they were afraid of opening in Europe or specifically in Italy because of the lack of regulation, right now they are launching their Italian companies. So I think there is more and more space to grow in Europe and in Italy because of MiCA. Yeah, recently we published the news about several companies opening their offices in Italy. So for sure, it's not the biggest market in Europe. I think France is one of the biggest, for sure, not Italy, but I think it will grow more.
Interesting. Well, Amelia, thank you so much for coming on today. Where can people find out more about you?
Basically, if you tap my name, Amelia Tomasicchio, very well spelled, you can find me on all social media, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, X, Facebook, whatever. And of course, on Cryptonomist.ch is the magazine, and you can read all the news.